Tonight, clear skies. We had some storms blow through here about 4 o'clock. Cooled things off about 10 or 12 degrees. So 82 at game time. Quite muggy. I'm sure the heat index is way up there. And Matt Carpenter in that first spot for the Cardinals. 35 home runs. It's not the Major League. Chris Davis of Oakland has 40. But he's the top dog for the long ball in the National League. And Bryce Harper tied a whole bunch of guys for number 2 when he went deep yesterday. Eric Fetty right on time, 7:05, ball 1 to start the night.
Yeah, some arm side run on the fastball. It's averaging 94.3, as you see right there. Last start against the Red Sox on July 4th. Removed after just 1 inning. Some shoulder tightness in that one. 3-0 loss to the Red Sox. 7th start of the year for Eric. 1-3 in the 2018 campaign.
So all the Cardinals seeing him for the first time. 2-1. Matt Carpenter also 3rd in doubles, 2nd in extra base hits, and 4th in walks. He's going to hook one right field corner, a couple of feet foul. St. Louis batting .250, 8th in the league. They're 6th in runs, 3rd in homers. Close to the bottom of the league in steals.
Here in that defense tonight behind Eric Fetty, Soto, Harper, Eaton in the outfield, Turner, Defoe up the middle, Rendon, Zimmerman at the corners, and Pedro Severino getting the start again tonight.
Strike 3 call. Carpenter staring at Nick Lentz, the 3rd-year veteran. And Matt Carpenter's 0 for his last 10.
Fastball bottom of the zone. Good frame by Severino. It's in the box. I thought it was going to be lower than that. Good pitch, 1 out.
Cardinals' best hitter yesterday was 23-year-old Jairo Munoz. They had 3 hits, a home run in the 6th inning that put them up by a couple. And Fetty starts him off with a pretty nasty, heartbreaking slider. Four for his last 5 over 2 ball games. And then the sinker just diving under the bat of the right-handed hitter. And he bounces the 0-2.
When we were in college and we'd take road trips, we'd play the name game with just baseball players. But when you got to Yogi Berra, that was it. You know, when somebody's name ended with a Y, the next guy's name had to start with a Y. And Yogi was the only one. You got 2 in the lineup tonight. Yadier and Jairo.
Jairo spelled with a Y.
Yeah. Here's Yadi.
Yeah, back in the lineup tonight is Molina. Been shaken up a little bit lately from a couple of foul balls into the mask. 2-2, 1 out. Fetty, a big breaking ball, a swing and a miss. He's back in the bigs and strikes out his first 2 hitters.
And Cardinals trying to see some pitches right now. What they're seeing is some tremendous run on 94-95 and some pretty good break going the other way on the slider. And they're probably talking in the dugout. Never faced Eric Fetty before. What'd you see? What did it do? Where's his release point? Is his fastball moving? That one cut.
Jose Martinez is a late bloomer. He's 30 years of age. 309 for the Cardinals in 106 games last year. Same batting average right here, which is 3rd highest in the National League. 10 years in the minor leagues, buried for a long time in the White Sox organization. These guys traded to get him from Kansas City with some cash a couple of years ago in May. And Fetty gets the call. It's 2-1.
I love how quick Eric Fetty works. He is ready.
And the hitter has to call time to slow him down or ask for time. Slow bouncer, Trey Turner there. Eric Fetty, couple of Ks and a routine ground ball. Good start. Now the Nats against John Gant. It's 5th in homers. And Bryce, last couple of years against the Cardinals, has done quite a bit of damage. 5 and 16 in 11 ball games. And he's hit 300 with 16 RBIs his last 20 games this year. So he's in the 3-hole. Rendon, Soto, Zimmerman. Severino still in there. Ed Weeder still a bit beaten up, but he could pinch hit later if needed. The Nats have a longer bench with call-ups, and here's 26-year-old John Gant.
Now fastball, slider, curveball change for Gant. 6 and 5 with a 3.34. 78 strikeouts, 41 walks on the year. Opponents hitting .206. Last start on the 30th. 5-0 win against Pittsburgh. Pitched 5 shutout innings, gave up 3 hits, and also hit a solo home run.
Yeah, he's got 2 hits this year, and they both left the yard. Adam Eaton is 0 for 3 against him. Adam, 349 his last 16 games. Productive last 2 times up. He walked in the 9th last night, had a big bunt hit in the 10th that helped set up some things. He was trying to move Michael A. Taylor to 3rd. He did, and he did it without making an out. Into left, that's going to back up Marcelo Zuna. Pretty well hit, first out.
All right, Trey was the party starter yesterday after the Cardinals scored a pair in the first. He came up second batter for the Nats, and at number 17, a low liner with 20 degrees on the launch angle. 25 is optimal for a home run, so a low screaming liner out of here to make it 2-1. What's he got in store for us tonight?
Gets a big curveball on the first pitch. And Trey is 2 for 5 career with a home run against Gant. Gant winning pitcher, 6-4 St. Louis win in a rain delayed game 2 of the series at Busch Stadium 3 weeks ago. And he goes soft and away, 3-1. Pardon me, 3-0, 1 out. Not a good idea to walk that guy early in a ball game. Nats trying to set a tone here, and here comes the dangerous Harper.
Cards defense tonight: Ozuna, Bader, Martinez the outfield, the young Munoz up the middle, Wisdom, Carpenter. Those 2 words have never been said in the same sentence before, and Yadier Molina behind the plate.
Yadi and Bryce exchanging all-star pleasantries. Bryce hit a homer against the Cardinals on that Tuesday night, but it was after Gant had departed. He got right-hander Mike Myers for a long ball. 0 for 2, 2 walks career. Gant faces the Nats for the 4th time, 3rd time as a starter. Trey, 35 out of 43. Yadier Molina this year, 7 for 29 against opposing base runners.
Small lead. The best thing that happened in yesterday's game was that Chuck Conroy called a borderline 3-0 pitch a strike to Bryce Harper off Bud Norris. The best thing that happened in yesterday's game.
Yeah, it could have been a walk, right?
Then the 3-1 was right down the middle. So a little tip of the cap to Chuck down there. It was a strike. I mean, he called it right. Borderline. even sure he wanted to throw a strike there. 3-0.
That one delivered upstairs. 1-1. So Bryce, RBI total up to 87. That's 7th best in the league. Making that climb toward 100. 31 homers with Suarez, Arenado, Muncy, Aguilar, and Paul Goldschmidt. Off speed, good pitch. Far and away the walks leader. Bryce Wright on the edge of the top 10 in on base percentage. 381. That's tied with Nolan Arenado, 8th. Target in. Harper fights it off.
So this was yesterday at the bottom of the 9th. The pitch sequence. Trey Turner got on via fielder's choice after the leadoff walk to Adam Eaton, and then watch the 3-0 pitch. That's the one I'm talking about. 3-0 strike, and then center square Paul Lynn for the win. 31st homer, tie ball game, and he would hit a sac fly. Hug from the manager. Pretty tremendous 2 innings. The best part about that is Bryce let the game come to him yesterday. There was a time in the season this year early when he was forcing it. Remember, had the good April, let Bryce play, nobody pitching to him. Then he wanted to play, so he expanded his strike zone. Yesterday he walked his first time up in the 5th and the 7th, so he took his walks, and then somehow the game found him in the bottom of the 9th. So he let the game come to him early in the season. He was trying to force it.
Yeah, good call on that. 1-2 to Bryce. And of course, he'll never use it as an excuse, but hasn't been feeling well for a week.
Yeah, they said he had a cold in New York when we were there. I heard his cough in the clubhouse, and it sounded like more than a cold.
So hitting .300 his last 20 games. 0 for 2, 2 walks against Gant. Turner holding, and Bryce fights off another one that goes in the flight of left. So Dan, how's Bryce feeling?
Not great, Bob. After that first foul ball down the left field line, he violently was coughing, making his way back to the batter's box, kind of keeled over a little bit. Davey with a concerned look from the dugout, and Davey kind of joked after last night's game. He's looking to see if a lung is going to come out at some point. You know, he's joking there, but this is a serious cough that Bryce has been dealing with for the last couple weeks now. He acknowledges he's not feeling great.
Count remains 1-2. And then Gant with the changeup just floating up and away.
Looks like he's lost a little weight too, but the performance yesterday. Sometimes you have your best games when you're not feeling well. StatCast AI powered by AWS show you the Trey Turner leadoff.
Great eye, another changeup. So what does Gant come with on 3-2, and is Trey Turner on the move? So this AB at least 8 pitches. Long pause. Turner runs. Harper takes ball 4. That was a borderline pitch. Bryce took it, and on a pair of walks, it's 2 on, 1 out.
Yadier Molina set up in, hit the target, but was he off the plate, or did he pop up to throw and block Nick Lentz's view? Pitch looked like it was more in the box than out of the box. Bryce will take the walk. Nicely done. Line moving here in the first. I think Yadier's asked him, did I block you away from seeing that pitch because I stood up to throw? Or he's just saying it was a strike. What are they looking in the dugout for? Was there any kind of interference on the throw?
Well, if the pitch has been called ball 4, does that matter? This looks like a crew chief review. Fieldon Culbreth coming in from his spot at second. CB Buckner will join him, so the headset's on, and we'll try to figure out what they're trying to find here. So Trey Turner, or pardon me, Bryce Harper has been. The Turners, but it's a walk.
It doesn't matter. Once you get to the base, if you go past the base, you already have the. I was talking to Chip Hale about this yesterday. Something you never think about, that even though it's ball 4, once you're at second base, you've already achieved second, and if you go past it, it's like rounding second on ball 4. You go past the bag, you're out.
Got it.
Which is something I never thought about. Chip Hale and I were talking about during batting practice, that he thinks about it every time on a 3-2 pitch. And that's not baseball to me, sorry. I don't know what that is, but that's not baseball. And if you think that is, then I can't help you. That's just not baseball.
Anthony Rendon, the hitter. He goes deep left. This one to the track in front of the wall, caught by Ozuna. So the Nats came close to making first inning noise. They didn't make John Gant throw a lot of pitches.
Prior to going on the DL, he told me recently that the biggest hurdle in his rehab was really trusting that his shoulder was healthy and really letting that fastball eat pitching at full force. He says he feels confident now that he is fully healthy. I asked him yesterday what he hopes to show during this final month of the season, and instead of giving a cliche answer about just wanting to help the team, Fedde was really honest. He said he feels like he's pitching for a job. He knows the playoffs are still a possibility for this team, and he wants to help the Nats make a push. But beyond that, guys, he wants to show that he's worthy of a rotation spot for next year, and he hopes to show that this final month.
So far, so good first inning. Thank you, Dan. Marcell Ozuna stopped 4 times yesterday, 3 on strikeouts, 2-0.
So a lot of people asking me on Twitter, isn't it a dead ball when it's ball 4? No. If ball 4 goes back to the backstop and Trey Turner decides to go to third, that's perfectly legal.
Right.
He just can't be thrown out between first and second on ball 4, but if he rounds second, so say he stood up there, he had it stolen easily, and he rounded second, and Molina throw through, then he's out. So basically that's what the rule says. Whether you like it or not, that's the rule, and there's a lot of rules we don't like.
That 3-1 pitch is going a mile. Marcell Ozuna, 17th of the year, breaks up an 0 for 9 for him, and St. Louis leads 1-0. Eric Fedde fell behind a veteran guy with lots of pop.
The 17th home run of the season. Looked like, I want to say, a curveball maybe that he caught out front. Maybe a slider.
Paul DeYoung, the shortstop, is next. For St. Louis, homer number 177, third in the league. Nats have hit 164 and they've given up 168. And a 1-2 lashed into right. That'll bring in Yadier Molina, making his first appearance in this series. He just told the umpire he wanted the ball thrown out after it came in from right field. Saw an interesting stat on him today. Career 1,838 hits as a catcher. That's tied for number 13 all time with Bob Boone, a very important man in our organization for many years. Mr. Boone could swing it, and Molina is hitting .271.
Aaron's dad?
Is that his claim to fame now? Aaron and Brett's dad and Ray's son. And Fetty gets the front door slider to get ahead. .0-2 hit well left center. Soto playing out toward the gap. That enables him to hold DeYoung at second base. 3 consecutive hits.
It looked like a fastball up there, 0-2. Maybe wanted a little bit higher than he threw it.
Here's Patrick Wisdom. 15 games in the big leagues. Five hits, 2 of them home runs. Good breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Nissan pitch cast.
Well, first pitch slider, swing and a miss. Second pitch slider, same spot, swing and a miss. And so you go to it right here for 3-peat. Tried.
Yeah, almost identical.
I think the more experience you get, you might try something up and in and then get back to it instead of throwing 3 in a row. The natural tendency is right, but we're all thinking swung and missed it 2. Let's do it again. Get some innings under your belt at this level, and maybe you set it up.
Swing and a miss. Slider 4 squared there. Eric Fetty's 3rd K of the game. Big first out, 2nd inning.
So the scouting report on Patrick Wisdom is sliders down and away. Look at Nissan is going to show you all 4 of them. So maybe you don't have to set it up, and maybe I don't know a thing. Good pitch. All of them were good. Down and away to a pull swing. All of those were pull swings.
Number 8 man is the center fielder Harrison Bader. He was Max Scherzer's 10th strikeout victim yesterday, as Max struck out at least 10 for the 79th time in his career. Counts even 1-1.
There's Howie. What's up, Howie? We miss you.
Wow, good to see him.
Everybody talks about all the injuries. They forget about the professional hitter there on the left and how he carried the offense a lot last year and for the first month of the season this year.
Mr. Consistency until he got hurt.
Guy can hit.
He's signed for next year. 2-1 to Bader. That one front door but low. Fetty walks him. Bases loaded, 1 out.
All right, Murph's coming back to Nats Park. The Cubs are also going to be with them. 4-game series. The 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Big time matchup. Jason Worth Day is on Saturday, so don't forget about that. Visit Nationals.com for tickets. The Cubbies coming to town, and Joe Ross is going to start Friday against the Cubs. That is good news.
Welcome back to the big leagues, Joe. You
Go
get the
hey,
Cubs.
It's the big leagues. You're not scared of anybody.
Bases loaded, 1 out, and Gant 2 for 26. 2 homers, 3 RBIs, 3 sacrifice bunts, and a slider gets him for strike 1. On the inside edge. Rendon, Zimmerman still pinching at the corners. That's got 2 huge double plays yesterday. So he didn't give him anything that he could make contact with. 4 Ks, and in the second, 2 down.
You go solo home run your last start, you're not getting any heaters, especially with the bags tipsy and 1 out. Slider, slider, slider.
Back up to Matt Carpenter, who was called on strikes first time and not happy about it. DeYoung and Molina singled back-to-back after the Ozuna homer. 1 out later, Bader walked. Ball 2.
Looks like Pedro had a pickup on, but Trey Turner didn't break, didn't see the daylight he needed.
And he throws Carpenter an off-speed pitch on 2-0.
Changeup. Bases loaded and a 2-0 changeup. A lot of confidence from Eric Fetty throwing that pitch for a strike. Plus you get in the hitter's head. Wow, if he's going to throw that 2-0, is he going to throw it 2-1?
And that was Carpenter early for 95. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You got a catcher on second right here that kind of knows signs. I'd be super careful in this situation. Yeah, that guy. And he's always paranoid of other people relaying him, which, well, just be careful.
Three and two. Runners about to be on the move. And pitch number 45 will be crucial here early for Eric Fetty.
Skipper was trying to get Pedro Severino's attention there. I don't know if he wanted to pick off at second or he was trying to tell him where to set up for this pitch. This might be one of those situations where you run out and go no sign, you know? Just go out there and say, hey, we got a catcher on second. He's been in the league for 48 years. He knows the signs by now. He's been standing out there for 2 hitters. Let's go no sign right here, and whatever you're comfortable with, let's throw it. Put down a sign, or are they just pitching? Just pitching. Here we go. It's a good move by Pedro. Now what? You got to go out there again, or you got to put down a sign? Do it right now while he's not looking. He's running. He's walking back to second. Not looking. Throwing down.
Three-two, 2 outs. Again. Made a pretty good pitch, and Carpenter able to dispose of it.
Flew open. He's telling himself to stay close with that practice swing you're seeing. The game within the game. A lot of good stuff going on right here. The hitter making adjustments in his practice swings. Fetty trying to throw a strike. Everybody moving on the pitch.
Mercedes-Benz with the entire AB here. Hot shot into right. That's going to score 2. Momentarily fumbled by Eaton, and a throw to second, and they send the 3rd runner. A single clears the bases. Jose Oquendo was eyeballing Adam Eaton, and Bader has great speed. He kept him coming.
Bader might have done that on his own too, Carp, and when the throw went into second, that was the clincher. The bobble made him go hard into 3rd, and Bader, one of the faster guys in the league, and you see him picking him up, putting him down, and Oquendo just waved him all the way. Bader never looked. You're right, that was all Jose Oquendo. As soon as he saw the bobble, he was waving him, and then when Eaton picked it up and threw it into second, it was an easy score for Bader. We told you yesterday how aggressive the Cardinals are on the bases. That's why they've been winning a lot of ball games. There's an example. That one hurts.
E9. allowing the third run to score. So 2 RBIs for Carpenter. And the 8th Cardinal to bat here in the second is Jairo Munoz. One. .35 pitch inning. First inning, 14 pitches, 8 strikes, couple of strikeouts and a grounder. This one started with the Ozuna homer. They've had 4 hard hit balls and 1 base on balls.
It's pitch number 50.
Three and two. We have a balk. Did he not come set?
Yeah, he's been kind of rolling through it. I've been watching this whole sequence. Might be rattled by what happened in right field and the base hit by Carpenter, but he hadn't been stopping the whole time. He's been rolling right through it. I noticed it 2 pitches ago.
So the count remains 2-2. Harper toward right center. 2-2 pitch. Out of play. Both of Munoz's first 2 hits yesterday the other way. First inning right field single, the homer out to deep right center. And his 3rd hit was a single up the middle. Choked up on that bat some.
Trying to go with that same slider down the way he got him first time with. Everything down in this sequence except for the 7th pitch.
A fair one. Anthony Rendon. High to Zimmerman, who brings it down. So in the second, the Cardinals get 4 on 4 hits. Soto, Zimmerman, and Defoe ahead for the Nats. Juan Soto didn't have any hits yesterday, but he had 3 at-bats. It resulted in walks, adding pitch counts, extending some innings. And here we go, bottom of the second. He's 9 for his last 18. 5 games, 5 RBIs lately. All-time ranks as a teenager. Batting average at .302. All the others up there. 66 walks. He's a cinch to stroll his way to that record. All brought to you by PNC Bank. Make today the day. John Gant, first inning, 16 pitches, 7 strikes. Helped out a bunch when Turner overslid the bag on the Harper walk. Rendon then lined out to deep left, and that was it for the inning. He was about to be in big trouble. 3-0 now.
Base runners, not a green light situation, obviously. Boy, he just doused himself with all the rosin.
Yeah, getting rid of the glove, both hands, both arms. Now a 3-0.
Puts him on his chest.
Soto has walked more than any teenage batter in the history of the big leagues. That's number 67. 3rd walk by John Gant out of 5 batters. So long, Mel Lott. Past Rusty Sal, Bryce, and Phil Cavarretta a while ago. I mean, he could end up with 80 or more. We'll see. I mean, you know, not exactly a record you set out to achieve. I want to walk as much as I can this year, but he's such a good hitter with such a good eye. We're not that shocked.
Yeah, something that Mike Schilt's probably not real happy about after a 4-spot leadoff walk.
Oh yeah.
And Ryan Zimmerman trying to make it hurt here.
Ryan, 333 his last 25 games, 17 batted in. A pitcher who's giving you a chance to take a bite out of a deficit. So some of the numbers I talked about, 6 and 17 over those 25. Ryan just piling up extra base hits like crazy this year. On the target away by Molina. It's ball 2.
I want my pitcher to go out and attack the strike zone after a 4-spot, not nibble, and that's what John Gant's doing right now. He's nibbling.
And he drives the fastball in there. 2-2. Zimmerman hits a two-hopper, and Munoz will turn a 4-3 double play. Wilmer Depot now with 2 outs. Kind of like Adam Eaton yesterday. Wilmer Depot's last 2 at-bats resulted in good things. He had a double and a walk.
He's getting a big-time look-see with the Murphy trade. You know, he could really take this second base thing by the throat if he wants to here the last couple weeks of the season.
So Gant, after the double play, goes 0-2, and now he shows Wilmer up an off-speed pitch away. His career record 7-10, 24th big league start, 6-5 this year. Two and two. Wilmer's batting average, 63 games at Nationals Park, is .306. And that one bounced way in front of home plate.
Yeah, I think the way Wilmer becomes an everyday player is if he becomes an on-base machine, a force, walking, you know, hitting the ball on the ground a little bit more, keeping the ball in the air, line drive hitter, a 300 guy, but a pest a lot like Adam Eaton from both sides of the plate. Because the defense is there. There's no doubt about the glove.
He can drive it. That went out to left center. Harrison Bader there. And that's it for the Nats after the leadoff walk. 4-0 St. Louis into the third. Roberto Clemente and Hispanic Heritage Award. He's just such a great guy in the community, raising money. So the Nats and MLB celebrate the start of Hispanic Heritage Month with Clemente and Hispanic Heritage Day here at the ballpark tomorrow. Nats Cards, we honor and learn more about Clemente and baseball's Latin American heritage. Share how you can put an accent on baseball with hashtag Ponle Acento and visit nationals.com for tickets. PONLEACENTO. Comprendo? No, that's comprende.
Step away from the Spanish, Bob.
Yeah, I
Put
just asked myself if I understood that.
Put it down slowly, step away, and nobody gets hurt.
1 ball, 1 strike. Jose Martinez, top of the third. Ground ball to Trey Turner, first time. Capping off a quick, good first inning for Eric Fetty. But then a very long second. We'll see how he bounces back. Kurt Suzuki has homered. 1-0 Braves. That's a pretty good matchup down there tonight. Sean Newcomb and Rick Porcello. Red Sox at Atlanta. Jake Arrieta for the Phillies at Miami. Phillies 6, Miami 1, second inning. Ugly start to that one for Trevor Richards and the Marlins. Martinez gone. Fetty strikeout number 5.
Yeah, threw a slider to Marcelo Zuna first time up, and it was a homer. See if they try something different here.
Yeah, 3-1 pitch.
Some fastballs away. We'll see. Or in.
Yeah, got in on his hands. Ball spins to Defoe. Wilmer able to grab it. That thing had some English on it. 2 down.
Little spinner coming to second base. Watch it just kind of pop right out of Wilmer's glove. Yeah, a lot of rotation on that. Stay with it nice. No panic.
Paul DeYoung base hit to right first time. That was after the Ozuna homer, and that restarted another rally. They would get 3 more before the inning was over.
And Nats have been fighting back lately. You keep this at 4-0. It's just the 3rd inning. You never know.
Hard hit, Anthony Rendon right there. 1, 2, 3 strikeout. Couple of grounders. Severino, Fetty, and Eaton straight ahead.
Straight start for the Nats with Matt Wieters still a little bit banged up. And as we mentioned last night, Sevy worked on his offensive game down at AAA Syracuse, trying to focus on using the middle of the field and the opposite field more, maybe becoming more of a situational hitter than a power guy. But Davey says when it comes to Sevy having a productive big league career, a far more important thing will be how he handles a pitching staff. Davey says it's an anomaly in this day and age to find a catcher who can really hit. But if you can put in the work behind the plate, earn the trust of your pitchers, learn how to call a game and sequence hitters, you can be very successful up here. That's one thing that the Nationals want Severino to really focus on, developing a rapport with his pitchers and working on calling a game really well.
All right, thanks, Dan. First pitch swinging.
It's having that on the fly sense to make adjustments mid-game, mid-at-bat, based on what you're seeing from your pitcher, based on what you're seeing from the hitter, and to have the knowledge and the confidence to go away from the scouting report and trust what your eyes are telling you. And sometimes that's something that's developed along the way for a catcher with games caught and experience. You come up as a young guy, you feel like, man, if I go away from the game plan here, I'm going to get in trouble. You know, if I vary from what they told me in the meeting, I'm going to get benched. But the more experience you have, you say, wait, he just swung at that slider. They said don't throw him a slider. I'm throwing him another slider. Forget the scouting report. This guy can't hit one tonight. Who cares what the scouting report says last series? Tonight he can't hit it, and you have confidence to put that sign down.
Fastball rides up 2-2.
And then the full circle thing is then your pitchers have confidence in you because they know you're paying attention.
Third base line. It misses the bag, and it's foul. Patrick Wisdom sensing he did not have a play at first. Severino can get down the line, and luckily for the Cardinals, it just took a left turn.
Yeah, he can see it roll foul, and he knows that if he picks it up, he's got no chance because Pedro can run. John Gant liking that thing going foul. He thought that was going to be the first hit of the night.
Two-two.
can't say John Gant without thinking about Ron Gant, former Cardinal, teammate of mine in Oakland, one of the best teammates I ever had.
Man, could he hit a ball a long way.
Shout out to Big Ron.
Yeah, pleasant guy. Just good teammate to everybody. Media liked him. That's Paul DeYoung on a 6-3 bottom of the third underway.
He enjoyed Miller Lights too. As you enjoy Miller Lite, look forward to the whole true moment later in the ball game. I'll never forget, the A's were 102-60 the year I played with them. We were on the plane flying back from New York in the playoffs. We were up 2-0, beat the Yankees twice to start the ALDS. I beat a bunch of 22 and 23-year-olds that were going nuts on the plane. Everybody drinking beers, kind of already celebrating. He turned to me on the plane. He goes, "FP, we ain't won nothing yet. This is the Yankees." And I went, "Uh-oh, you're right." And they came back and won 3 in a row. He was 36, 37 at the time.
We all remember the infamous play.
Yeah, he was, what, 5'11"? 400 pounds of pure muscle.
Yeah, he was probably 5'11", what, 220, 225? He could really hit. Eric Fetty down on strikes. That's the first K for Gant, so the first time around. Nationals get 3 walks. They go 0 for 6. Here's Adam Eaton. Hit the ball solidly first time. And a line out to Ozuna in left it was. And this fly ball will move Ozuna toward the line. That's it for the Nats. Through 3, St. Louis by 4. You buy the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Hot day, some showers move through here. We had quite a lightning and thunder show in this ballpark at about 4:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, pretty strong little cell move through here. MLB At Bat is your #1 Nats app. Customize your experience. Catch every moment for the rest of this season. Download MLB At Bat today.
Eric Fetty, 3 innings, 63 pitches, 40 strikes. Coming off an 8-pitch 1-2-3 third. He faces Yadier Molina. Base hit left center first time. Three and 0. Four-pitch walk to start the 4th. #2 by Eric Fetty tonight. Patrick Wisdom struck out swinging first time.
4 sliders away. Down and away, more specifically.
And the 0-1. Defoe well up the middle. Severino tried to frame the fastball.
Go to that slider here.
Molina, short lead, and that one low.
And maybe the thinking is that Wisdom knew he was going to throw a slider, so he hasn't thrown it yet because that's all he threw him the first time. But until he shows you he can hit it, there's that thought process too.
Then he throws the heater at 93 by him. Eric Fetty, 6 strikeouts of the 10 outs he has racked up tonight. Nissan.
Yeah, good pitch. Fastball under the hands, got it down and in right where Pedro Severino wanted it.
Eighth man, Harrison Bader. Walked first time. Came around to score on the tail end of that Carpenter base hit that cleared the bases. And that one stays inside.
I told this story before. Pedro Martinez, I think there was a young first baseman for the Giants named Desi Relaford, and it was one of his first starts. And Pedro struck him out on 3 changeups his first time. It's all Relaford saw the rest of the day was changeups, and it was 3 pitch Cias, and he struck out 4 times off Pedro, all on changeups. And his thinking was, until you can hit it, I'm going to throw it. And then some of the Giants the next day in batting practice were saying, the veteran players, we told them, hey, gear up for Pedro, man. He's got a good fastball. That was the scouting report they gave him. He threw them all changeups all day. Never even showed him a fastball out of the zone. It was changeup, 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 4 strikeouts.
Throw over with Yadier Molina standing on the bag. Bader's walk was key to the Cardinals in the second. There was 1 out, 2 on. He walked. Fetty got the pitcher, but then Carpenter had a chance to bat. This one's going to back up Bryce to the front of the track. Molina threatens to tag and go, but he just backpedals. So Fetty this time gets Harrison Bader. A look ahead to the Nats' upcoming schedule, brought to you by Sandy Spring Bank, where they help people and businesses reach their goals every day. Sandy Spring Bank, from here for here, for 150 years. So right-handers Tanner Roark and Miles Michaelis tomorrow night. Then the Cubs for 4 3-night games and a Sunday getaway. Tanner's had such a good second half. Fetty struck out Gant on a bunch of breaking balls first time.
So old school, no gloves, huh?
Don't see many pitchers do that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside edge. Strikeout number 7. To the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Turner, Harper, and Rendon in a 4-0 game. So Max Scherzer back into the double-digit strikeout column, FP. 11 Ks in 7 hard-working innings on a hot day.
Yeah, obviously got the no decision. The Nats ended up winning the ball game yesterday, but I think a big step towards a Cy Young and a bigger step towards 300 strikeouts in a season. At 260 after yesterday? 261? Or 260. He started at 249, so 11 strikeouts, 260. And on pace for 300 if he does some special things. And I think if you strike out 300, you're the reigning Cy Young winner. The sexy pick is the long-haired guy in the middle right now, but I think you still got to knock out the champ.
Yeah, they're talking about DeGrom's 25 consecutive starts, giving up 3 earned runs or less. You know who the analytics guys love? Him. But we like this guy because there's so much else that goes into his game. I don't know. Something's just telling me that somebody with 10 or 11 wins can't win the Cy Young. It's going to be interesting.
I'm completely biased, and I think you should have it. But I've seen all of his starts, too. DeGrom's nasty. He throws 100 now, consistently around 98, 99. And the argument is it's not his fault. He doesn't have a good lineup or whatever. I don't know.
Well, if you're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, then you can say Max Scherzer should have 21 wins right now.
Well, he was 16-6 last year when he won the Cy Young with a 2.51. He's 16-6 right now.
Yeah, and as you noted, the other numbers are
better
than last year.
So he's having a better year than he had last year. And I guess you could say the competition's better, but I don't know.
And Aaron Nola hit hard his last time out. So Trey Turner walked his first time, and when Harper walked, he went to second, but he overslid the bag and they tagged him out because he was running on the pitch. Molina threw it down there and he just went past the bag. One and two to Trey. Hard hit. What a stab by Wisdom, and he just can't get balance for the throw. He did keep the ball out of the left field corner.
Well, there goes the no-hitter. First batter in the 4th inning, Trey Turner, first knock of the night. Good play on the glove side by Wisdom, and then the speed of Trey Turner probably made him rush to his feet, and he lost his balance. Or maybe his footing. That left foot came out when he tried to stand up. Saved the double, but there goes the no-hitter.
Harper walked his first time. So 5 plate appearances against John Gant, 3 walks. Starts him with the change for a strike.
Mercedes going to show you ball 1. I'm calling it. But it's a strike.
Oliver Perez in the sound booth tonight.
I don't know. That's a new little jingle.
1-1.
Is that the Snake Charmer one? That's a little jazzier than the Snake Charmer. I think that's a Tater one.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, I'm watching Yadier Molina, and we all know that he can throw guys out. He's calling everything himself, meaning the throwovers, the pitch outs. He's not really looking into his own dugout. And as he gets into his crouch, into his squat, all eyes on Trey Turner. So he puts down the sign, and then he's peeking at Trey to see if he's extending his lead. He's thinking about going. He's looking at Trey right now. He's watching him get off the base. So you talk about a veteran catcher kind of covering a good base runner.
One and two. Bryce takes it away.
Okay, looking at Trey right now, putting down a sign, making sure the hitter's not peeking. Now he'll look at the runner one more time.
Off speed, full count. Nobody out. Speed aboard. Power in the box. And Turner will go to second on another walk to Bryce Harper.
Yeah, a point I failed to make last time with Trey Turner stealing is if you're a catcher on ball 4, unless you don't have confidence in your accuracy and you think you're going to throw it to center, you should always throw it nowadays.
Yeah.
To second base on ball 4. Why not?
Yeah, if the runner's going with the pitch, there's a lot of different things that can happen at the bag, and we saw it in the first inning. Now a big spot for Anthony Rendon, swinging early in the count. Hit the ball well. Hit a line drive to left center. Ozuna near the track, got it. This time nobody out. Strike call. Turner a serious break.
Well, he was going. He had the shuffle, go thing, even though there's nobody out and he's down by 4. If Gant went to the plate right there, watch Trey. He's trying to time him, right? Watch the shuffle. He's just waiting for a move to the plate. Didn't get it. It's a good step off by John Gant.
Rendon, hot shot, picked off by DeYoung, and with a tag at the end, it'll turn into a hard luck 6-4-3 double play for the Nats.
So hit the ball hard to left his first time up and just drills one right here to shortstop, but a nice glove play by DeYoung, and then Gyro launches the throw. And Anthony, anticipating a good throw, kind of shut it down a little early and runs into the tag.
Second double play for Gant tonight. So Turner at third, and Soto tries to get the Nats on the board here with some 2-out RBI action. Walked his first time. Long ball to right, hooking foul. Roasted into the second deck.
Give me some numbers on the foul ball. Strike 2 was fun to watch. That was a bullet. 106 miles an hour, they're telling me. Just clicked it out front too soon. Maybe a hair inside, but still got the barrel to it. That was fun to watch.
And a big time changeup to get him. And that's at 2 on, nobody out, and now it's a 4-0 game into the 5th.
That's what Yadier Molina does. There's no runner on second here. This is just so as a hitter you feel the presence of the catcher. Watch Yadier Molina set up in. So all of a sudden Juan Soto's thinking this is coming in. I can feel the catcher back there. He pops out late. Soto to a pull swing, feeling the catcher set up in. Change up on the other side. Shoulder came out, hip came out because he felt the catcher. Didn't mean he was peeking, but as a hitter you can feel where the catcher's setting up. So a runner on third only right there. Molina kind of deked Juan Soto and thinking they were going to double up in. You saw the swing to a changeup on the other side.
Yeah, already on the list of the best catchers ever. So much goes into his game. So here's their RBI guy tonight. Matt Carpenter has driven in 2 of the 4 runs, has 2 of the 3 RBIs.
I mean, you can try it at home right now. Get in a stance, have your little brother, little sister, your mom or dad sit behind you. And without looking and looking out to the pitcher, you can feel where they're at without looking. And you do that as a hitter. Sometimes you hear the shuffle of the feet. The one that never works is when they pop their glove. Like, oh yeah, you're going to tap your glove and really tell me where you're setting up. That doesn't work. I always thought if you looked kind of halfway between the pitcher and the catcher, you could see where the catcher was setting up without literally looking back. You could feel it.
3-2. Matt Carpenter's had a strange week and a half. He had a base hit last Wednesday that broke up an 0 for 27. His single tonight broke up an 0 for 10. So his average has suffered a bit, but he's still producing runs. 75 RBIs with his home runs. That's a hot shot. Ryan Zimmerman started to his left and kept his balance.
Nice play by Ryan. Ball almost knocked him down as he's going toward the line. One hop bullet. Oh, did you see what happened there? I didn't see that initially. That ball hit something and kicked back towards second base. So Ryan's thinking he's going to have to extend to his left to keep that in the infield. And the ball had some reverse spin. Almost remember Matt Wieder's ball the other day that hit foul and came back?
Yeah.
Same principle right there with Matt Carpenter.
Here's Jairo Munoz, who has struck out and grounded out. And if Eaton takes care of it, now he's hit a fly ball out. 2 down here in the 5th.
Could have been mistaken, but on that replay, I thought I saw the ball bounce back towards second. Let's check it out. See, that's going to hook toward the line, right? Ooh, see it hit the lip and came back. Yeah, that was going to hook toward the line, and that's where Ryan lost his balance. Still made the play. Nice play. Even a better play when you see that hop.
Next up, Jose Martinez. Everyday Jimmy. Seems like he at least is up and warming every day. Cordero. The Nats added Jeffrey Rodriguez, Kyle McGowan, and Austin Voth to their bullpen today. Eaton in front of the scoreboard, and for Eric Fetty, he's retired 10 of the last 11 Cardinals. Zimmerman, Defoe, Severino ahead. A guy named Worth was leading off that night and went 2 for 5.
Larry leadoff?
There's Ryan Zimmerman leading off the 5th.
He's probably getting nervous. His day's 4 days away. Practicing his speech.
Are you emceeing that?
I don't know. I'm doing a Q&A with him in one of the rooms downstairs.
Okay. Dan Coco emceeing?
Nope.
That could be dangerous.
He is actually. I'm kidding.
Hope there's not another bobblehead.
I think we might carry that live on Saturday. From here.
0-2. Right off the end of the bat, and a ways to his left, and that ball had some spin, and Munoz just dropped it. Nats get a runner to lead off the 5th.
The only routine play is the one that's already been made. A quote that Felipe Lou used to tell us every night. No such thing as a routine play.
Munoz 12th error, the Cardinals 106th. Wilmer Defoe hit the ball pretty well to left center. Bader ran it down to end the 2nd inning. There is action continuing in the bullpen, with Eric Fetty's batting spot 2 hitters away. Good changeup, and at times John Gant's had a very good off-speed pitch tonight. Looks like Austin Williams is up with Jimmy Cordero.
Well, if you're Eric Fetty, you emphasize the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th tonight, and you forget about the 2nd.
Yeah, he went 4 innings without giving up a hit other than the 2nd inning.
Got broken guante.
No better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. And thanks to 8 wins, a good ERA, a tremendous opponent's batting average in 23 starts, Kyle McGowan is in the big leagues today in the Nats bullpen with Austin Adams in the Danny Espinosa trade that sent Danny to the Angels several years ago. PNC Bank make today the day.
A, AA, AAA, and now the big leagues. That's an impressive minor league season.
Defoe rams one to right, but he hit it so well it carries to Martinez. One out, Severino now. And we'll keep our eye on the on deck circle. Andrew Stevenson, the Nats' lone left-handed batter. Matt Wieters, a switch hitter. May see some action later. So the last couple innings, Nats have barreled up some balls. The hard hit ball by Turner that Wisdom got a glove on to keep it out of the left field corner. The Rendon double play ball was hard hit. And then that liner by Defoe.
Homer's hit too hard tonight. Rendon's hit too hard.
0-2 and a big swing on a big hook. Pumping that one up to 96 here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, when you say a hitter goes down to AAA and works on his hitting, that's such a general statement. You know, what do you work on? You go over your film, you go over your video, you find out what your holes were, your weaknesses, what the league was exploiting, and then you adjust appropriately with your approach and maybe even your mindset.
And the 0-2 under his hands. That one bounces to Molina. 2-2.
Keeping the double play in order. Spiked curveball right here. Battling. Cardinals have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 relievers to choose from tonight if John Gant gets tired here in the 5th.
Yeah.
12.
There are 24 relievers tonight available in this game. 2-2, 1 out. Pedro Severino turning this into a good at bat. Let's see how he can finish it off. It's 3-2 now with 1 out. Nothing game. Nats looking for another hit or two. They've had just one tonight, but as mentioned, it hit the ball hard around the yard. And into the seats.
Good fight going on here. Yeah, 10th pitch coming this time. He saw 8 the first time.
Severino to right. And it's on the ground. That's a great at bat. Zimmerman to third. And Pedro Severino checks in with a dandy in front of the pinch hitter Stevenson.
Yeah, it's already a good at bat when you get to double digits, running a pitch count up, but then you finish it off like this, put a star by it. So nice at bat. Lands safely and right. Good read by Ryan Zimmerman with one out to get to third. So now Andrew Stevenson has a chance to get the Nats on the board without a base hit. Right now, the Mariners had an altercation in their clubhouse before the game. Dee Gordon asked the media to leave, and he shut the doors, and an incident broke out minutes later.
That is Tyler Webb, one of their three lefties. Adam Eaton is on deck. Andrew Stevenson gets the call here. Mike Maddox. Mike Schultz. So for Eric Fedde, 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, couple of walks, 7 strikeouts, 91 pitches, 54 strikes, and a high note he ended on, retiring 10 of the last 11 St. Louis hitters. Now Andrew Stevenson trying to bat the Nats back into the game. Couple of off speed, a hook and a changeup, 0-2. Thanks to Pedro Severino. Pitch count mounting for John Gant.
You saw Mike Maddox just take off his hat. That was to the bullpen to make sure the bullpen is hot.
Nats hitters have been tough to put away in this inning.
Maybe starting to think about, if I get through this inning, I qualify for a win. All of a sudden he's having trouble putting hitters away.
Close, and quite a take by Andrew Stevenson, 3-2. Now, he hasn't pitched deep into a lot of games this year. 5 2/3 last time, 7 innings just twice, and 6 innings just a couple of times. 3-2 to Andrew. And he's going to walk to load the bases. 5th walk issued by Gant. Adam Eaton coming up.
This never really has been aggressive in attacking the strike zone tonight, and he's going to exit this game without a win. And you start throwing 3-2 change-ups and you're fooling around with a 4-run lead, it comes back to bite you every single time.
Yeah. Got a couple of double play balls, gave up only 2 hits, but nibbling his way right out of here. So that's after 4 1/3 with a 4-0 lead. Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com. Left-hander Tyler Webb on the way. To get 13 outs, 52 strikes. And left-hander Tyler Webb, 28 years of age. He's a Virginia guy. And for the Cardinals, it'll be his 9th appearance. 10 innings, 8 hits, hasn't given up a run. A walk, 6 strikeouts.
He's thrown a couple of the screen in his warm-up pitches, so heads up Ryan Zimmerman on 3rd. Fastball slider change, fastball 89. Adam Eaton trying to get his ball club on the board here with at least 1.
Webb previous big league time in short order for the Yankees, Milwaukee, and San Diego. So here they are. Ryan Zimmerman made contact on 0-2, got aboard via the error. Severino the hit, Stevenson a walk, and Adam Eaton, who has faced Webb once and had a sacrifice bunt against him, takes strike 1.
Look at the scoreboard. Philly, Miami bases loaded, Boston, Atlanta bases loaded, and bases loaded here.
NL East, a lot like its cities, has a lot of traffic going right now.
Bases loaded everywhere. There you go.
Nats need to get on the board right now. Adam Eaton called out on strikes. 2 down.
Pretty good pitch right here. Started behind Eaton and then broke right to the outside corner. Froze him. Now Trey Turner going to try to pick up his right fielder here with 2 outs.
Turner 1 for 1 against Webb. Bader checking with his dugout in center field to see where they want him to play. The outfield pretty straight away right now. And a fastball up in the zone for a strike. Yeah, Marlins making some noise trying to come back against the Phillies. Nats trying to make some noise and get on the board to start their comeback, and that's ball 2. Trey shaking his head no.
Yeah, he's not looking there 2-1 first of all. He don't want to swing at that. Borderline pitch goes the Cardinals' way.
So it's 2-2. Taking no chances. That ball was breaking in on him, but he was protecting.
Yeah, 3-1, a whole lot different than 2-2.
Yeah, Trey took that foul somewhere on the lower leg. Tying a run in the batter's box. 3-2.
I might have evened it out there, huh? That was close. That might have been closer than one they called a strike.
Runners on the move here. Crowd making some noise. Bottom 5.
Do it again. Danger lurking. Do it again.
And he takes it inside. The Nats are on the board. Another great at bat by a Nat in this inning. So Zimmerman touches home and heads for the dugout.
Decided to go with the slider 3-2, and it misses inside. Just misses.
Nats have been given 6 walks. Cardinals gave them, including 1 intentional, 10 yesterday.
You know, maybe it's just the way the game has evolved, but all these 3-2 off speed pitches like it's a 1-run game, and the Cardinals with a 4-run lead, not challenging hitters, may come back to haunt them here tonight.
Absolutely. Harper 2 walks, ball 1. Ball 2. Inside edge.
Started off the plate, kind of cut back to the corner.
By the way, great speed at first in case there's a gapper or one in the corner. Harper, deep left center. Gonna one hop and stay in the yard. Turner will score, and the game is tied. Bryce collapsing at second base. Hope he's okay.
Both outfielders held their arms in the air like the ball bounced out. If that's the case, someone's got to go back to third. I think it hit the glass on the hop, and I think this game is tied. And then something happened to Bryce going to second that I missed. Either way, what an at-bat by Bryce Harper, and that's what happens when you throw 3-2 changeups and 3-2 curveballs. They're making Trey Turner go back.
Yeah. So Harper gets 2 RBIs. It's a 4-3 game.
Bryce slipped on the bag. And he's like, I am so over slipping on bases. That was a clutch at bat. And the Nats get an unlucky break there when the ball bounces out.
Yeah, the glass is above and behind the outfield wall. So another walk. Rendon given a pass. So the bases are loaded for the 9th man in the inning, Juan Soto. Ball one. See what he learned from the last time up there. Different pitcher, of course. There's his older brother, Tyson Ross. Joe activated by the Nats today. Turner, Harper, Rendon. Not even close. 3-0.
I don't think this is a green light scenario, not when you're down by 1 here, and that's one of those pitches has been close. But you never know. If you trust Juan Soto, he could make it 7-4 here in one swing.
Yeah, I would tend to trust Juan with 1 or 2 strikes. Let's see what they do. Up in the zone for a strike.
Good pitch.
Now the game's tied.
Great at bat.
For Soto, walk number 68, RBI number 54.
You got to bring the right-hander in here, don't you? This guy don't know where it's going.
So John Gant, the starter, only got 1 out this inning. Webb has come in and walked a bunch.
They're going to get Tyson Ross.
So 3 walks, 1 intentional by Tyler Webb, as he gets 1 out on the strikeout of Adam Eaton, gives up 1 hit. The double by Harper, and this is a crazy frame. Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube, for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com. Tyson Ross on the way.
Run lead. Wilmer Defoe hit a bullet to right. It would have been nobody on 2 outs with a 4-run lead. So a simple error kind of opened the gates, and then you're still up by 4 right here. Decide to go 3-2 changeup to a pinch hitter. That was questionable and less than aggressive, and then Bryce Harper with the double in the gap. So sometimes you pitch not to lose, and this is what happens. All of a sudden, you look up and it's 4-4, and the bases are still loaded. Bryce with a fall down double.
Tyson Ross, and a lot of the Nats have faced him before, 31 years of age. A walk, 2 RBIs. Ryan Zimmerman has 1 career hit against him. Lead run at third, 2 outs. First pitch, a strike.
And now here come the sliders, you're thinking.
It's kind of a family trait, isn't it?
Well, he got a good one, straight down. Really doesn't have a whole lot of sweep to it. It's almost like a hard curve. And he throws it 41% of the time at 85 miles an hour.
pulled it way outside. 1-1. That was the heater. Ball 2.
Driver's seat, let her rip. Got the house on a heater. If he throws you a slider, just miss it by a mile and you're still hit. But if he throws you that heater, barrel it up.
Yeah, he got the slider, fouled it.
All right, still hit.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good gamble. Goes to the fastball, it's in the gap. Goes to the slider, you're still hit. And now you're ready for anything.
Got him with the 84 slider. The Nats send 10 men to the plate and score 4 unearned runs to tie this thing after 5. Next we go. Out of Texas State University. Born in Fort Worth. And the Nats took him in the 6th round of the draft 4 years ago. Ozuna, DeYoung, and Molina, 4, 5, 6 for St. Louis, top 6. First time up, his 17th homer of the year, 70th RBI. Eric Fetty got him on a ground ball to second an inning later. 2-0. Into right center. Out of right center.
Yeah, fall behind to a power hitter. 2nd home run of the night for Ozuna, number 18 on the season. And I think it was up in the zone. Yeah, belt tie right down the middle. .411 feet, home run number 18, 5-4 Cardinals.
Up in the zone, a strike to Paul DeYoung.
Oh, Paulie.
So the Cardinals box score features a Carpenter 2-run single, 2 solos by Ozuna. That ball's well hit to right. Next up, Yadier Molina. Ozuna 17th, DeYoung 16th.
One was a 2-0 pitch and one was an 0-2 pitch.
That's a shortstop hitting 230 something, but he has 16 homers and 51 RBIs. And Molina out ahead of the off speed 1-1.
We talk about an answer quick style. Boy, Nats jump right back into this. A 4 spot in the bottom of the 5th. Tie it up, have all the momentum, and all of a sudden it's 6-4 and 2 hitters.
Yeah, so they're up to 179 home runs. The Dodgers have hit 192. Milwaukee 183. The two teams ahead of them. And only the Cincinnati Reds with 200, and that's a lot more than the Nats have given up. But they're the only team giving up more home runs than the Nationals, 170. In the National League. 1-2 to Molina, who has a single and a walk. And this one out to right center will play for Bryce Harper. Patrick Wisdom is next. Eric Fetty struck Wisdom out swinging twice. 2 of his 7 Ks. Nats got Eric off the hook. Williams now the pitcher of record. And that ball is scorched to left center.
Wow. I mean, these are all punches to the gut. You climb out of a 4-0 hole, and just like that, boom, boom, boom. They almost have their lead right back.
Wisdom's 3rd big league homer. Harrison Bader, the hitter. Tim Collins throwing with urgency in the right field bullpen. Tyson Ross got Zimmerman, and he's going to bat next, it appears, and pitch for a while. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jimmy Cordero up again. And Bader stand back on the ball. Up the middle he goes, and it's 4 hits in the inning.
I think the skipper wants Pedro to go out and talk to Williams.
Tyson Ross is 1 for 2 this year. A 196 career hitter with a homer and 12 RBIs.
Didn't look too comfy there on that attempt. He can hit a little bit, as you said. And unfortunate that these two couldn't have pitched against each other in this series. That'd have been cool. You remember when Tyson came and saw Joe's debut?
Yeah, the Padres were in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I think Brian Price gave him the day off and said, go see your brother.
Might have been Bud Black. I think he was playing for the Padres, so then Bud Black let him come over to the game.
Yep, you're all right.
And he was in the stands sitting right down there by the on-deck circle watching his brother debut. I thought that was super cool.
Severino tried to hold it, frame it, ball 2. Joe Friday against the Cubs.
Throw over just to see if he's still bunting.
Lays that one down, deadens it perfectly. Williams to the bare hand, and Defoe 2 down. Top of the order, Matt Carpenter, the 7th St. Louis hitter here in the 6th.
Hey, you got to walk Carpenter here, don't you? We'll see what the skipper decides to do. Walked him with no outs yesterday. There's the 4.
Carpenter walks for the 90th time this year, 4th in the league. Eighth man to bat, Munoz. Strikeout, grounder, fly ball.
This game's still not even close to being over. Important to keep it just at 7-4. You didn't think you were going to say that at the beginning of the inning. It's the way it is. 3-run deficit, doable. This is a big at bat, big sequence right here, right now.
Big lead at second by Bader.
You're not throwing out Bader at the plate on a base hit unless it's just a 115-mile-an-hour one hopper to Bryce Harper. He can fly.
Severino to his right, kept it close enough. Strong throw by Severino. Bader back in plenty of time. Counts 2-1. Bases are loaded. So Austin Williams will go 2/3 of an inning, give up 3 home runs, 3 other runners aboard. Martinez next for St. Louis. The Nats sent 10 men to the plate, bottom 5. The Cardinals about to send their 9th up. Top 6, Jimmy Cordero gets the call. Faced 3 batters yesterday. Gave up a hit to Jairo Munoz after hitting Patrick Wisdom and intentionally walking Matt Carpenter. Needs to throw strikes, and he gets ahead of Jose Martinez.
98 with some cut. Fastball go triple digits. Huge strike one right there from Jimmy Cordero. Curveball is his best secondary pitch.
So Bader got the 1-out single. Carpenter intentionally walked Munoz a free pass, and it's 0-2 to Martinez. Up the middle, Trey Turner there. He's going to have to make the long throw to first, and the inning is over. St. Louis puts 3 long balls on the board to lead 7-4. Tyson Ross, 5 pitches, 3 strikes to get Ryan Zimmerman at the end of the 5th. Wilmer Defoe, 0 for 5 career against him. Ball 1. Double barrel for the Nats. Matt Grace, Coda Glover. 3 pitches, 3 strikes for Cordero to get out of that inning. It's Wilmer Defoe, Pedro Severino, then the pitcher's spot. And Wilmer Defoe hits one deep to right. Martinez back. See you later. It's a home run fest in the 6th inning tonight.
So this thing ain't over.
Wilmer continues to add to his career high home run total. That's number 7.
Little guy's got some pop. Like a cutter from Tyson Ross, and Wilmer just drops the barrel on it. So You feel like it's the night before the All-Star game right now, the way the ball's flying out of here. Nice answer. Long way to go in this slug 'em up fest.
Here's Pedro Severino.
And I don't think the Red Sox are ever losing another game the rest of the season. They're 51 over and they're winning 5-1 right now. But more importantly, Wilmer just got him within 2. And
guess who's on deck? Three and 0. Victor Robles. Went 6 for 24 with 4 RBIs as a big leaguer last year, late. And a walk. Cardinals aren't exactly burning it up pitching with a lead tonight. And here's Victor Robles, who hit a combined. Let's walk him up. .276. A couple of homers, 14 RBIs. Coming back from injury, playing at different levels at times this year. Signed with the Nats at the age of 16, just under 5 years ago. And he takes ball 1.
I feel like with expanded rosters and huge bullpens that you always have somebody up. And you saw a home run and a walk and you'd have safety nets all over the place. Obviously you can't do that every night or arms will fall off, but in a wild card race,
and this one popped out of play. So the Nats box with Andrew Stevenson's contribution, a walk and a run scored in the 5th. Turner and Harper on a combined 6 times tonight. A couple of walks for Soto, 1 an RBI, and in this inning the Wilmer Defoe home run. Robles to center. Bader well in front of the track and retreating. Severino 1 out.
pretty good pass right there by Victor. Front side closed, foot down early. Might have just got it off the sweet spot, but a pretty good pass nonetheless. Just missed it. Might see those two in the outfield for a while, right? It's a great shot at two young studs.
There's Adam Eaton, hungry for his first knock of the night. It's Dominic Leone for the Cardinals.
I don't know about you, but I'm just waiting for another homer. I'm sitting here going, where's this one going? No offense to Tyson Ross or anybody in the mound. It's just one of those nights.
Red Sox have jumped out 5-1 on the Braves. Phillies still ahead 8-4 at Miami. And this one to center. Bader, plenty of closing speed to get to it. 2 down. Trey Turner 2 for 6 career with a homer and a walk against Tyson Ross.
Big walk last inning to keep the line moving on a nasty 3-2 pitch. Davey Martinez hoping somehow, some way Bryce Harper hits this inning with some runners on. Locked in. Gonna hit right-handed.
Hey, he's taking right-handed swings, isn't he? That would be tough to match up with late.
You know, left-handed's no challenge right there.
There he goes.
Yeah, left-handed's easy. He's just trying to get both sides loose, really. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I've seen him swing in BP. Anthony Rendon's the guy that could switch hits. You should see his left-handed swing.
That's well hit out to left. Jumping onto the track, Ozuna. Boy, the Nats have been close to doing serious damage. It's a crazy game. Wilmer Depot leads off the 6th with his 7th home run of the year. So we're going top 7, and there's a long way to go in this slugfest. And when the Nats went to St. Louis and had lost the first 3 games of the series, they needed a Coda Glover save, his first since returning, to win the Thursday game 5-4. Gave up a hit and a walk in the 9th inning, but he flied out Yadier Molina to center to end that ball game, and he's here in a hold 'em situation. Ozuna, DeYoung, Molina, top 7. So Marcel having a big night. 0 for 1 career with a flyout against Coda Glover. Cutting action on that fastball for a strike.
I mean, you talk about what the Marlins traded away. You got Stanton in New York, Yelich, who's making a bid for NL MVP in Milwaukee, and then this guy in St. Louis. Been a little dinged up this year. Maybe not the numbers that the Cardinals were expecting, but they're also expecting a lot out of him here in the last couple weeks. And if tonight's any preview, you talk about that outfield for the Marlins last year and what they're doing this year. Wow.
Yeah, D. Gordon, the guy who's won a batting championship now in Seattle. Some of the Cardinal guys told me today that they really miss Jed Jerko in this lineup. He's been banged up, but he's a presence, and maybe doesn't get enough credit for the influence he has on some of the guys who bat around him. Just 11 homers, 43 RBIs in 109 games. One and two. Wow, pretty good frame there by Pedro Severino. Ball had some action coming back, and Ozuna not happy. Nissan here.
Might have got a break right there. Watch Severino pull it back. Good pitch, strike 3. Dangerous hitter out. That's all the Nats care about, and Ozuna can't believe it.
Paul DeYoung, 2 for 3, homer to right center last time. He hit the walk-off homer against Glover in the Monday night game in St. Louis.
Thing that'll never happen at the major league level.
Half price playoff tickets.
Yeah.
2 batters, 2 Ks for Koda Glover.
Good pitch. Good sequence, really. Made him aware of the fastball in and then went the other side of the plate.
Yadier Molina 0 for 2 against Glover. It's a big 0 to put on the board if he can do it, with Harper, Rendon, and Soto after the stretch.
That might have been the same pitch that struck out Ozuna.
That's Dakota Hudson. And a tapper fair. Molina throwing his bat down. And Glover to Zim. Good inning for Koda. Here comes Bryce. On base 3 times tonight. And the big blow, the 2-run double.
Who knows?
This is Dakota Hudson, 23-year-old right-hander from Chattanooga, Tennessee, pitched at Mississippi State. Originally drafted by Texas, he went to college, went from the 36th round to the 1st round when the Cardinals took him just 2 years ago, and the rookie making his 17th appearance. 10 strikeouts, but 11 walks in 18 innings with 10 hits so far, and Bryce sees him for the first time.
So a Coda and a Dakota. When's that ever happened before? Fastball 96, excuse me. Slider 86. We'll throw the cutter an awful lot at 29%, 91 miles an hour on the cutter.
'89 RBIs for Bryce Harper. 1-1.
Bryce is in one of those zones where he's just swinging to good pitches and barreling up the baseball. 319 before tonight coming in since the All-Star break. 8 homers.
And he takes it 3-2.
And the Nats as a whole, the whole offense since the break. First in on-base percentage in the National League. second in slugging, tied for first in runs scored at 218, second in batting average. So they've been, as a unit, locked in, and Kevin Long's got them swinging. They just needed 4 days off.
He delivers one upstairs, and Bryce is on for the 4th time tonight. And in this series, the Cardinals have walked him 6 times. And they might wish they would have done it one more time yesterday. So he's aboard to lead off the 7th, and Anthony Rendon, 0 for 2 with a walk, is in there. He faces Dakota Hudson for the first time. Second consecutive game, the Cardinals have given the Nats 10 walks.
10 walks.
9 unintentional. But those count too, because you're given a free pass based on a situation.
It's hard to win a big league game with 10 walks.
Rendon out of play, right field side. Busted bat grounder to short. DeYoung, Munoz. Out is the call from C.B. Buckner at first. It stands a 6-4-3.
Super close at first. I thought he might have beat it. If there's enough to overturn it is the question. Huh. I think they got him. Down by 2 though with Juan Soto coming up. This might be worth a Hail Mary. Why not? Yeah.
Chip says challenge.
I think so too. Because you just don't know. And with Juan Soto, one of the hottest hitters in all of baseball, up representing the tie and run, this is a good challenge. It's the 7th inning. Who cares? So remember, it's where it touches leather first. Can't tell right there. It's hard to look at both for me. I don't know. What do you got? This will tell maybe, right? When does the glove move? Ooh. I think it's a coin toss. What do you think? Oh, this will tell. What do you got here? Slow it down as much as you can. Can't see the foot on that angle.
I just heard the umpire say he's out. Okay, thank you. That was Field and Culbreth on the Washington end of the phone call. And it is a 6-4-3 double play. The Cardinals' 3rd double play of the night.
In my opinion, that's how quick all reviews should be.
Matt Grace up again. 7, 8, 9 for St. Louis in the 8th. I mean, he could be up for Matt Adams, who could be pinching in the 9th spot. Glover could be pitching to the first 2 batters. Wisdom and Bader, right-handers. We'll see. He only threw 13 pitches in that 7th inning. So Soto is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. One of them has an RBI attached to it. He's driven in 54 this year. In their only matchup, Hudson has walked Soto. He waved at it and pulled the bat back, according to Chris Conroy.
I'd pay to watch Juan Soto play. I would sit right as close as I could to watch this kid play every night. He's worth it.
If he was a golfer, he'd be the best poser on tour after good shots.
Yeah, that's a good call. I love his mannerisms, his enthusiasm, his smile, obviously the ability. That goes without saying. But the confidence at 19, playing against the best players in the world, is the thing I marvel at every night.
Yeah, you could hear the third base dugout. They made their call, and then down at third, Chris Conroy made his, and the Nats are gone in the seventh. The Netmobile parked out behind home plate, and we go top 8 here. Big blows for St. Louis. Marcell Ozuna, 2 homers, and part of that 3-homer 6 that included DeYoung and Wisdom. Right after the Nats had battled back, Trey and Bryce have been all over the bases today. 8 plate appearances. They've been aboard 7 times. And it's Matt Grace against Patrick Wisdom, top of the 8th.
A 2-seam fastball. Low to mid 90s, slider change to complement that pitch. Matt has been lights out for the Nats.
And he's ahead.
Since July 4th, he's had a 1.78 ERA in 23 outings.
Yeah, the more they use him, better he gets.
23 strikeouts, 6 walks. And some pretty big outs along the way.
Wisdom faces him for the first time. Two and two. Rings him up on the inside edge with 92.
Well, we're going to do Toyota Case for Kids now. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season. Matt Grace is starting to remind me of Sean Burnett, and that's a compliment.
Absolutely. Number 8 man, Harrison Bader. A walk, a run, and a base hit, and hobbling.
Oh, he's going down to a knee. That got him good. Right in the shin. Where to get him? Oh, ankle? Oh, right on the ankle bone. That'll make you see stars and be queasy for a second. And then all of a sudden it goes away out of nowhere. And you're like, how'd that happen? I just went from the worst pain in my life to I can barely feel it all of a sudden. But you feel it after the game.
One.
If he has kids someday, or maybe he does, he should name one of them Darth.
That's It's Tyler O'Neill, strong right-handed batter on deck. Fastball stands him up 2-2. In the air right side, Wilmer Difo right behind Ryan Zimmerman, 2 down.
National League. What else do you want on Saturday, September 8th? I mean, we can't do any more for you. Seriously. Maybe a win. That would be good on September 8th, but we can't guarantee that. We can guarantee the rest.
One ball, one strike to 22-year-old Tyler O'Neill. 7 homers, 17 RBIs in 42 ball games. He had 26 this year at AAA Memphis. Two balls, two strikes. Swing and a miss on a great breaking ball by Matt Grace.
That's a Sean Burnett inning right there.
2 strikeouts and a pop-up coming up for the Nats. Zimmerman, Difo, Severino. Nats will have to battle back for that to be a sweep opportunity. They're going to face 26-year-old Dominic Leone. 21st game, 3.24 ERA. Good strikeout to walk number, 16 over 3.
6'5", 215. Fastball, slider, cutter. Fastball 96 on average, 61% of the time.
Ryan Zimmerman, first pitch, 2 hopper to short. Handled by DeYoung.
Time for your Ford drive of the game. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, SUVs, and Wilmer Difo homers. Back of the 6th inning, lead it off. Number 7 on the year. Looked like a cut fastball from Tyson Ross, and he dropped the barrel on. And he's hit the ball hard every single time tonight.
Yeah, he's had 3 great at bats. Looking for a way to get aboard here. Nats down by 2, 5 outs with which to work. And Wilmer continues his fine hitting at Nationals Park, well over 300 on the year. 2-0. Started the night at 306 and he's still there. He gashes another one. And the tying run will be in the batter's box. A 2 for 4, Wilmer Difo.
Taking advantage of opportunity. Nice night for Wilmer Difo. Any luck he could be 4 for. He'll take a 2 for with a homer. Show you some Fios by Verizon Expo on the beautiful swing from Wilmer Difo. Just a little knee tuck and go. Hands right to the ball. Barrel to leather at another hit for Wilmer. 100% fiber optic network, 100% phenomenal. Visit getfios.com.
Well, we noted earlier that Matt Wieters has been a bit beat up, but he's got a chance to swing the bat, and he has been able to do that the last day or two, and here comes another opportunity hitting for Severino. Number 9 spot after that, and Mark Reynolds is ready or getting there. 1 on, 1 out. Wieters 0 for 1 against Leon. Manager, bench coach. St. Louis bullpen has had a rough ride for a couple of days. At home, gave up 2 in the 10th on Sunday. That was Bud Norris. The Nats hung him with a blown save yesterday before winning it in the 10th. So they've had a problem closing out games.
And the Nats have been snatching them too. You talk about recently the wins they've had that they weren't supposed to win late in the game when it looked like they had no shot. I think Bud Norris just saw himself on TV.
One and 2 to Matt Wieters. Target moving in. He fights it off. Phillies have closed. Well, they're still 2 outs away from closing out their win at Miami. 8-4 they lead. Braves still 9th inning now in Atlanta, trailing the Red Sox by 4. Brewers are all over the Cubs trying to beat them for the 2nd straight day at home.
Look out.
Wieters lines one into the post right at the top of the steps on the far end of the Nats dugout.
Off the post.
Watch. Look out.
Look out.
Adrian Sanchez.
Yep.
Somebody got to be there for the rebound.
Swing and a miss. 2 down.
Yeah, that one had a little more late movement he expected. That ball just took off. It was in the strike zone for about 50 feet. Snap throw to first. Wilmer back in time.
Well, Mark Reynolds had a pinch hit double in the 10th inning yesterday. Michael A. Taylor ran for him, ended up scoring the winning run. So here's Reynolds, who was a Cardinal for a while. Justin Miller up, joining Sammy Solis. First time facing Leon. Cutting that ball away from him. 1-1.
I don't think they're going to challenge him in or third here. I mean, he might get one there, but it's not going to be on purpose.
Strike call, 2-2.
Yeah, down and away.
Tried to surprise Defoe with a quick throw over. And the ball cutting away gets Mark Reynolds. The Nats have stranded 6 tonight. This one to the 9th. 7-5 St. Louis. Tying or going ahead and winning heroics. Sammy will face the top of the order. Carpenter, Munoz, Martinez. Matt Wieters behind the plate now.
Cardinals fans chanting MVP. We heard some Brewers fans the other day for Christian Yelich chanting MVP, and then Javi Baez coming in over the weekend. So some pretty good players rolling through Nats Park in this homestand.
Sammy's curveball 2-0. Carpenter against Solis, 1 for 3 career. With a homer, 3 RBIs. And that was a homer in the bottom of the 8th in St. Louis in the Monday night game that got the Cardinals back ahead. The Nats came back and tied it before the walk-off. So Sammy's got to go to work against the leading home run guy in the league with 35. Good fastball, 2-2.
Good location.
Fastball up. Walks the leadoff guy. Second baseman Jairo Munoz 0 for 3, a walk tonight. Squared to bunt, took the fastball inside. He'll lay one down and run along with it, and Defoe never got this first base in time. First and second, nobody out.
Well, I almost thought I heard in Spanish Jose Martinez on deck tell him to bunt it to first. And maybe he saw Wilmer Defoe playing way up the middle and thinking there's no way he could get there. And a nice bunt by Jairo Munoz.
Yeah, Wimmer had a long way to go.
He did. I mean, he did nothing wrong there. He was just playing way up the middle. Maybe he wasn't buying the first pitch when he squared around.
2 on, nobody out, and here's Martinez, who came in hitting .309. Nats to this point have kept him hitless. And he's 0 for 1 career against Sammy Solis. Good changeup. Got him on a pitch away. Back into second. Carpenter, first out. Ozuna next.
Big first out, nice pitch. And now he'd love a ground ball.
So Bud Norris, after going back to back, they've got Jordan Hicks lined up as their closer tonight. Youngster has 5 saves. Marcell Ozuna 0 for 3 against Sammy Solis. One. Ball 2. By the way, Nats bottom 9, top of the order due up.
So important to keep it 7-5. You talk about what happened last night with the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I should say.
And a foul ball chopped, and it's 2-2.
This is all Sammy. There is nobody up in the Nats bullpen right now. Big pitch coming.
Runners going with one out and a bouncer to Rendon. Over to Zimmerman, 2 down. Carpenter to third. Munoz to second. Paul DeYoung against Sammy Solis for the first time.
Well, it's a big out. It'd be a tough ninth. Down by 4 versus down by 2, so this is huge.
Braves have lost. Phillies have won. And a good heater under his hands. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Phillies 3 back now. Updated.
Two and one. And on a big rip, it's straight back, 2 and 2.
But I've been watching the Cardinals closer out there. He's thrown a lot of pitches. Like usually a closer throws 5 or 6, and I don't know if he's working on. He's thrown 1,000,000 pitches this inning. That hit him.
Yeah, DeYoung, dead ball, hit on the foot, and the bases are loaded. So it's Sammy Solis and Yadier Molina. 0 for 1 career against our lefty. 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit, a run, and a walk. Quick visit by Derek Lilliquist.
Talk about what they want to go first pitch here. Yeah, this is a ball game. Huge situation here if you're thinking about doing what you did yesterday. And he is. He even shook his head yes. Yadi will swing early in these situations, and he'll swing hard. And then with 2 strikes, he'll spread out and go the other way. But he likes to cheat to the fastball in big situations.
Exactly what he did. It was off speed and had him out ahead. Then the 94 by him, 0-2.
This is where he gets dangerous, so. I mean, he's taken 2 rips for himself, and now he's thinking about right field. A nice job of getting ahead by Sammy. Now you got to make a pitch, because he's going to fight you now.
in the air to left, and that is a grand slam.
Yeah, usually he shortens up and goes to right, but he did shorten up. The pitch just dictated that he pulled his hands in and got the barrel to it, and he put this one on ice.
Molina's 17th of the year. RBI total jumps up to 61. The Nats have given up 5 home runs tonight. Trey Turner there for that one from the bat of Patrick Wisdom. It's scooped by Zimmerman. And now the Nats are down rather by a half dozen. So it'll be Eaton, Turner, and Harper, bottom of the 9th, straight ahead. Down by 6 instead of 2. And staying in the ball game now, Dominic Leone. They don't have any need for their young closer at the moment. And they're going to shore up their defense by bringing in Greg Garcia to play second base. And that'll move Jairo Munoz to right. Adam Eaton is making his second plate appearance against Leone. 0 for 1 with a fly ball out, and he takes it just a little bit upstairs. Chasing it, Wisdom. No time to get there.
Fan had his glove.
Barring a big time 9th inning, looks like a rubber game tomorrow. Tanner Roark and Miles Michaelis. Adam Eaton, and that thing's got a lot of spin on it for a base hit. Looked like it was going foul. It made a right turn, and he's aboard.
That's a salvage for Adam Eaton. And the line out to center last time is made up for right here. Look at that thing. We've seen that a few times. Remember Matt Wieters' ground ball to first that started foul? That was right off the end. And just a spinning top down the third baseline that curved back fair for his first knock of the night. He'll take it.
Trey Turner 0 for 1 against Leon. And working on a good night. Trey's been on 3 times, 1 for 2. A single, 2 walks, and an RBI.
You could have 1,000 at-bats and never do what Eaton just did again. Maybe 5,000. I mean, that was right off the end of the bat. But like, watch what it does. Right off the end and just spinning the opposite way. Amazing. This game, sometimes you just don't know.
Well, it was a St. Louis Cardinals pitcher by the name of Joaquin Andujar who once famously said, "There's one word to describe baseball. You never know."
That's just crazy.
1-2. Turner takes it up. Counts even. There's John Brebbia. Struck out the side in a scoreless 6th inning yesterday. Ball 3 to Trey Turner. As we mentioned, the Nats have already been given 10 walks tonight. So Bryce is next, and he's been put on 3 times. Trey Turner slaps one to left. 2 on for Bryce Harper. 4 times on for Trey tonight with a couple of hits. His hit total is up to 154 on the year. And here's Harper.
Ninth inning yesterday. Remember a 1 o'clock start on Labor Day. This is how Bryce tied it. The bottom of the 9th, 3-1 fastball. Number 31 on the year. He's going for number 32 right here. Walk, walk, double walk.
Sounds like a kid's game. Bryce, 1 plate appearance against Dominic Leon. Yeah, you guessed it, he walked him.
One to get loose.
Fastball away, 1-1. Jordan Hicks may have to start throwing again. Bryce Harper the other way. It's got distance. And a little bit to the left of the pole. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Harper gashes one toward the scoreboard. Caught by Munoz, who just went from second base to right field. He rifles a throw in to keep Adam Eaton from scoring all the way from second. Harper hitting the daylights out of it. One down.
2-strike approach, hit a bullet. Nice swing, no stride, got a fastball right down the middle. And I thought we had a 3-run game. As soon as I heard it, then too low.
Anthony Rendon will be next. Well played by Munoz.
I don't know how you could tell he caught it. All I saw was M&Ms. I couldn't tell. If they were plain M&Ms and not peanuts, I would have seen it.
Fastball away to Anthony.
Because it would have been a brown scoreboard instead of yellow, if you know anything about M&Ms.
Oh for 2 against this righty. 2-0. Two-one to Anthony. He gashes one to right. Munoz back for this one. He got turned around and it bounces off the bottom of the wall. Eaton scores. It's a double. Turner to third. It's 11-6. Nats are taking some big time hacks in this ninth inning.
I think Mike Schultz seen enough. He's starting to get nervous, and a great at-bat by Anthony Rendon. That's another fastball right down the middle with 2 strikes. Bryce Harper just barreled one up, and now Anthony Rendon gets one right down the middle. A little turned around out there, and stay tuned. Who knows? This has been a crazy night here at the ballpark. I have no idea how this one's going to end.
And that's a good thing right now.
Yeah.
Still playing. John Brebbia is about to make his 35th appearance. He came in yesterday after starter Jack Flaherty went 5. He had a 1-2-3 6th inning. He struck out Defoe, Severino, and Max. But a whole different situation here. Now the Nats got a ways to go yet, within 5, but about 2 base runners away from making this real interesting.
And Brebbia, fastball, slider, 2 pitches. Fastball 94, 53% of the time. Slider 83. And Juan Soto trying to make this a 3-run game or less. 2-run game, who knows?
Soto 0 for 2 tonight. 2 walks, 1 produced an RBI, 2 strikeouts. Runners at second and third, 1 out, and the Nats are 1 hit away from making this a 3-run game and getting the tying run into the on-deck circle. Way inside to Soto.
Boys are fighting. Offense has done their share tonight.
Change up, 1-1. Nasty pitch. 95 paint, according to Nick Lentz.
Yeah, ran it back. Did it come back for a strike? Right on the line. Now here comes the 2-strike approach.
One and two. Tried to go there again. Swing and a miss. He threw him 3 straight elevated fastballs. And that's the second out here in the ninth. Ryan Zimmerman, the Nats' final hope.
Yeah, elevated, started on the inner half, ran it back, couldn't take another one, almost the same as the 3rd pitch.
Ryan Zimmerman faces John Brebbia for the first time. And a good take by Ryan on a fastball that just missed. Game reaches the 4-hour mark with 2 outs in the 9th inning.
Ryan trying to check in, salvage a night, get himself a couple RBI and make this a 3-run game. Because the guy on deck is having a pretty good night.
He is. Ryan Zimmerman, high fly ball, deep right field. He pulls it back in, does Munoz. 2 runs will score. It's 11-8, and Ryan Zimmerman was inches away from making this a 2-run game.
Well, he did check in with his knock, but Munoz pulled that back in. That was a home run that he turned into a double. So he saved his ball club a run, and he cost Ryan Zimmerman his 13th of the year. Look at this effort by Munoz. Just on the end of his glove, and the glove a little bit too floppy for the ball to stick, fully extended. So he took a home run away from Ryan.
Well, it's up to Wilmer Defoe to keep this miracle alive.
Hey, same seats, man. Who knows? This one's been beyond wild. I don't even know what to call it.
Teams have scored 19 runs on 19 hits. And he drops the breaking ball in for a strike to Wilmer Defoe, who faces Brebbia for the 2nd time in 2 days. He got him looking on a called 3rd strike yesterday.
Boys are fighting. You gotta love it.
He's going to get a call on a changeup, and Wilmer hated that call by Nick Lentz.
I don't think this came back.
Wilmer has gashed it 4 times tonight. 2 lineouts to the outfield, a homer, a base hit to right last time, and a 1-2 count.
Spoil it.
Another one stays away. 2-2.
You were hearing how good the Cardinals bullpen has been pitching before the series, and you could say those runs cost the Nats in the top of the 9th, but there would have been different pitchers in this ball game had it been a 2-run game.
Fastball up, 3-2. And if Wilmer Defoe gets aboard, the tying run will be in the batter's box, which is the most you can ask out of a situation like this.
I was just going to say that. That's all Dave Martinez can ask for. Or maybe he can ask for a home run out of Matt Wieters. I don't know. First things first, Wilmer's got to jump on.
Three-two pitch. Ball 4. And Matt Wieters has a chance to tie the game. And Mike Schultz going to make another pitching change. The Nats have been given 11 walks in this game.
It's been the sloppiest game pitching-wise of the year we've seen.
Sloppy could turn to a lot of fun. We'll see what happens.
Exactly.
In this bottom of the 9th inning, and FP was wondering the first time Jordan Hicks got up how many pitches he was throwing out there while they were rallying in the top of the inning. Then he sat down. Now he's back up. Who knows what's going to happen?
And from the mental side, you wonder if he was even thinking he was going to pitch in this game, and all of a sudden he's finding himself in a safe situation or a big situation with the tying run at the plate in the form of Matt Wieters. So here we go. Matt going to try to run into one or get on for Michael A. Taylor. Who knows how this one's going to end? A wild affair here at Nats Park tonight.
Hicks struck out Wieters in the 8th inning yesterday. So Matt gets another shot at him here.
This guy throws over 100. His fastball average is 100.
And that's 102 for strike 1. Wow.
102 out of bed.
And mediocre numbers really in that department.
102 paint out of bed. It's all right. Just strike 1. Well, that's not a healthy looking swing for Matt Wieters. He doesn't look like he's feeling okay.
103 miles an hour.
Yeah, you see the winds after the swing, and you wonder if he can get to 100 miles an hour right now after what you just saw. .103 just missing.
That's the fastest pitch I've ever seen.
Really?
103 miles an hour. Twice. I know Aroldis Chapman, we saw him 100, 101, 102 here. Wow.
Seen 104. That was close. And a close pitch, too.
Yeah, he's letting it fly here. Nats need a Kurt Gibson swing from Matt Wieters.
It's a good effort right there. And a good way of putting it by you. He is fighting, isn't he? I like it.
Hicks 5 saves and 10 opportunities. Some of those, a couple of them came before the 9th inning.
Seemed like Matt had an easier time at the higher fastball than the lower one. That was a decent swing there. And maybe he had trouble getting down to that low fastball.
Ball gets away and the runners hold.
Yeah, no need to go anywhere. No chances. The only run that matters is the one in the batter's box.
Jordan Hicks, the 13th pitcher to appear in this game. Wieters right side. That ball corralled by Garcia. And the Cardinals had to make two great defensive plays in this inning to put the ball game away. Munoz in right and Garcia to end it.
I'll tell you, that's a gutty at bat by Matt Wieters after you saw the swing and the miss on strike one. The wince that something was killing him, whether it was his hip, his wrist, or his groin, and then he puts the ball in play hard and almost drives in a run to keep the line moving. Nats fought hard and they fall short by 3.
4 hours and 11-minute 9-inning game. So the Nats tried to battle back with 3 in the 9th, but the Molina grand slam had put it away for the Cardinals in the top. So tomorrow it's a rubber game. Tanner Roark for the Nats and Miles Michaelis for the Cardinals. We'll get you going with Nats Extra 6:30. This has been a presentation of Masson. Johnny and Ray, take it away, gentlemen. The rest of the night belongs to you from the booth. So long for just a while.